Hey, yeah, my voice is cracking, but I'm here. What's poppin', gang?
Having my crew.
Hey, I see we got Noah in the building, man. Classy K is here. Who else is here, man? Let me know when you guys pull up. Let me know where you watching from. You guys already know why we're here, man. We're here with the homie, Mr. Poetic Justice himself. All right, we got a lot to get into today. We're gonna get into a
We do.
lot today, so make sure y'all stick around. The one thing I'm gonna say is moderators in the chat, you already know. Ban hammer whenever they pull up. If they pull up, hit them with the ban hammer. And then also, man, make sure y'all go ahead and give a sub to the homie. We're gonna make sure we want to actually put his link in here too. If one of the mods can grab the link, his link from his channel, grab the link and put him up in there. But let's say welcome to the homie Anthony Imbrunone.
That's it. You
Got it. Let's go.
Got it. It's been so funny watching YouTube just absolutely butcher my last name for the last like 2 weeks. It's been hilarious.
And that's one of the reasons why I wanted to talk to you, because I feel like, I know you said like you typically you've been going hard on TikTok, and your fan base, well, I won't say your fan base, your subscribers, your family reached out. Like they reached out like I've never seen really too many people reach out for like, yo, you have to watch this video. You have to see this. And then I'm like, Imbrunone, Imbrunone, Imbru. And you're like, nah, it's neither one of them, bro. It's Imbrunone. That's the only reason I remember it, because I'm like, no knees.
Yeah, no, it's funny too. That all of that is my fiance. She's like, her whole motto behind that is, if you can learn to say Kardashian, you can learn to say Imbrunone. That's her
facts.
like metaphor.
Facts.
She's like, no, we're just gonna stick with it. It's your name.
Facts. No, and I love it, man. Listen, like, I like talking to people that I can understand, that know, like, that really feel what's going on, and like, you're tapped in, you've been tapped in. Like, I don't have to ask if you've been tapped in. You know what I'm saying? So like, you've been here for forever, man. When I even when I reacted to your video, I was like, bro's got T-Pain in the back. I'm good with him. Like, it don't even matter.
I'm just a geek for music. Like, I really do love music. Like, I got Simon and Garfunkel up there. I got Amy Winehouse. Like, here, I don't know. Let me move the camera here. I got Chance the Rapper.
Bro.
I got Mac Miller. The dude with the afro, I actually like went to high school with him.
That's
a
crazy.
band from Michigan called Desmond Jones, and the album is Hello. The album's name is Hello Hello, and that's Tony Hello. They named part of the album after my dude Tony. So it's like, I really do just love music. Like, it's all types of music.
That's hard. I was gonna say, and it's not just hip hop. It's, it's all types of music. Same way, my wife's favorite artist is Amy Winehouse. We actually have like a Amy Winehouse picture up, and that's the only musician we have up in the house is Amy Winehouse for my wife. Like, that's her spot. Shout out to Dolly Parton too. You know, we got the rappers.
Dolly's. See, and I don't even get into like the one art form or the one like genre I don't really get into is country.
Yeah.
But I can put on like Garth Brooks and respect Garth Brooks.
Yeah.
I can put on Chris Stapleton or Dolly.
Bro, Chris Stapleton is up there though. Like, that's one of the homies.
You know what I'm saying? Like, and again, it comes back to like people who put in the time and the effort and write. Like,
facts.
I respect writers.
Oh, facts.
So, it's not all country that I get down on, but like the real writers, the ones who take the craft seriously. Like, the coolest thing about the Chris Stapleton story too is he ghost wrote for everybody.
Bro, I didn't know that.
Dude, he ghost wrote for Kenny Chesney. He ghost wrote for so many artists for almost a decade. Bro. That's how he was eating. And then finally, like, he popped through with Tennessee Whiskey, and that's what makes that whole. I remember, I forget the year it was, but I was DJing. This is back when I used to like DJ in bars and clubs and stuff. And Tennessee Whiskey, that record had come out.
Yeah.
And it was massive. And he went to the Country Music Awards that year and performed it. And everybody gave him a standing ovation because they knew how hard he had worked and the amount of work that he put in to get to that moment.
And that's crazy because when I think about Chris Stapleton, when I hear, bro, I promise you we're going to get into hip hop in a second.
Yeah, it's cool. No, it's
I promise.
I have ADHD, so if you got to shut me up.
When I think about Chris Stapleton, I'm like, bro's voice he's got such an amazing voice, man. Just as a singer, you have to appreciate vocal talent. Man, like, I don't even know why he had to work that hard, you know what I'm saying, to get there in the first place. And then you had What's the other homie that kind of sounds like him? You maybe Teddy.
I don't know.
Teddy
Again,
Swims?
my country knowledge
Is it Teddy Swims? I think it might be Teddy Swims.
Oh yeah, Teddy Swims sounds like him.
Bro
Yeah.
sounds. I thought it was the same damn person. I was like, yo, this got to be the same person.
Like they cloned him in a lab.
Yeah, bro, like they cloned him in the lab. All right, man. So make sure you guys are hitting that like button. I did want to give a little bit of time for you guys to get in here. Make sure you guys hit the like button, share the video, let everybody know we're doing something over here that everybody wants to see. Shout out to Lace Rhymes. I see you. J Tom, I see
That's
you.
Steve. That's my dog Steve from
That's
Vegas.
him? Shout out to the homie.
Dude, make sure you guys tap in with Lace Rhymes. He was one of the first people to platform our theory. And he was a YouTuber. We met each other because how TikTok is like mean streets compared to YouTube. Y'all are very accommodating over
Really?
here. Oh, dude, TikTok is a savage place to build a platform. It is, you've got 2 seconds or less to hook people on your video or they're gone. And then in the lives are even more crazy because you got
tried
people,
it didn't work for me.
Dude, it's very hard. And I was on a live and Steve was really jiving with the poetic justice theory. He's like, I'm going to pull you up on my podcast that I also put on YouTube. And he was one of the first ones, like those first YouTubers that really reached out, really was, fucking with what we were saying. Yeah. And all love to Steve. Shout out to Lace Rhymes.
Shout out to Steve, man. So kind of while we're there, one of the things I wanted to do was I wanted to bring you on because I feel like you've kind of had this like kind of explosion on the scene in a sense with like this poetic justice theory. It's something that I had never heard of. I know a lot of people hadn't heard of it. And a lot of people rock with it. There are some people who might not and whatever, and that's totally fine. But just to kind of understand like who you are, because I know a lot of times, who is this guy? Where does he come from?
Yeah, where did he come from?
You know what I'm saying? So, for the people that really don't know you yet, like how did you kind of get into hip hop and really like analyzing, breaking stuff down?
So I grew up listening to hip hop.
Yeah.
Like my entrance into hip hop was Eminem because I'm from the suburbs of Detroit. So
you are, I forgot you are from Detroit. Okay.
Yes.
Respect.
And for a white guy who's from the burbs, especially from Detroit, Eminem is just ground zero. That was my entrance into hip hop. And that would have been probably like 3rd grade, 4th grade. And then it just, I really like, there's no better way to say it. Like I fell in love with it. I really did. And, just kind of moving my way through high school. Like I fell in love with the craft, with the art form. I got into college and I was, I have an English major and a creative writing background and stuff like that. So I was always writing. Like I wanted to be, fun fact, I wanted to be a writer.
Yeah.
And I wanted to be a rapper at once upon a time. But my whole thing is I can't live in a world where Eminem and Kendrick Lamar exist because I would not be the greatest rapper of all time.
And
like
I've said that before too. Like I've dabbled in rap, which like none of y'all, I mean, some of y'all know, but none of y'all have ever heard. And I said once we hit 50K, maybe 100K, maybe we'll drop something. Like we'll drop something for y'all. But like that's something I've always thought about. Like, and it's not to be any less confident in myself, but it's like in a world of Kendricks, and Eminem and Jay-Z's. And Jay-Z's, and it's just like, bro, like I'm a speck on the wall at that point, right? Bro. Like it doesn't.
How do I exist in their world? You know,
it almost feels blasphemous, right?
Yeah, So for me, that was my entranceway into it, and then, where I reestablished my love for it because, again, like I went to college, I got into different types of music, I was listening to everybody's shit. I was a DJ, so I was working nights. So like, being a DJ in Saginaw, Michigan and being a DJ down in Detroit, like I was, going back and forth because that's where I went to school. I was listening to J. Cole when he came out. I was listening to I remember like being a DJ was my night job. I was also a landscaper. I worked for one of my buddy's companies or my buddy's dad's company. I remember the build up to Born Sinner for J. Cole. That whole week, my buddy Joey was he's like, wait till Cole drops. Wait till Cole drops. Like, and then I remember that first, like that first beat that comes on, that first track, and it just brings you and it hooks you right in.
Right.
I was on the lawnmower. I'm like, this guy's
this is like right. He's one of the greats.
yeah, like again, I could never exist in their world, right?
And that's kind of how I feel. Yeah, man.
So yeah, I fell in love with it, man. It really is a beautiful, beautiful art form because it combines everything, right? Like you got to have a deep pop culture knowledge. You got to have like your references have to not only hit for you,
right,
but hurt your opponent if you're in battle rap, and then hit for the audience. You know what I mean? So like, it really is one of the purest art forms in America. Period.
So it's soul, it's history. You know, and I think the competitive nature of it is, I feel like over this last year, year or two, I guess now, maybe not understanding, but reconnecting with the fact that hip hop is truly a competitive sport and it's not off like just fun and games and, 6-person features on a song.
Yeah.
And you know what I'm saying? It's like, that's not all that it is, and I think we kind of did get away from that and kind of fell into this like lull state. And then now it's just like, it's almost like if it isn't competitive, I don't know where it's going to go. Like as far as some of the older artists, not older artists, but some of the artists that used to pop, like I say, like, I'm from Chicago. So like the Dirks and the Polo G's and we just seen with, not Future. Bro, why am I drawing a blank? Y'all know who just dropped, bro? Who just dropped? Light skin.
I mean, we got
light skin face.
We got a Chance rap. We got
no,
Chance
not
the Rapper
that one, bro. Why am I drawing a blank? This is insanity.
We had Chance
Young
drop.
Thug, bro. I'm just lost my mind. We seen what happened with Young Thug, bro. We seen what happened with Young Thug and his album and not really, doing the greatest. So I feel like I don't know if people are super interested in like non-competitive rap anymore. Like you can't just get on here and get out of bed and make songs anymore. So I don't know.
Well, I mean, you got to think about it like this too. I mean, we've experienced that lull with rap around the same time that we experienced a similar lull in the NBA, right? Where everybody was doing super teams.
Yep.
And it was all love on the court. That rivalry element was dead. You know what I mean? That's the other thing in all this. I completely agree. It's that competitive element.
Facts.
And I appreciate that because naturally I am a competitive person. So
I'm a Leo, bro. I'm one of the most competitive people. Like I don't like losing. I'm not a sore loser. I just don't like.
No,
losing.
I hate losing.
Yeah, I hate losing.
I'm the same way.
Yeah, man. I literally hate losing. What do we got? What do we got? The chat saying? Anybody say anything? Rap has always been competitive, like breaking. Not everything Kendrick does is about Drake, bruh. I re-listened to Section 80 last night. It's a whole Drake diss mixtape that he gave Drake to hear before release, and he loved it. Stupid. Y'all are ridiculous in the chat. Y'all are ridiculous. So, all right. So let's kind of get into the theory a little bit more, right?
Yeah.
So, like, when you were kind of working on the theory, like, I don't know if you had a process. I remember you saying something like it just like kind of happened, like the light bulb moment went off. Like, what? Can you explain a little bit, like, what was happening? Like, why was my brain there? And then when you realize, like, oh my God, like, can you explain a little bit about that?
Yeah. So, I'm a radio personality by trade.
Okay. Yeah, tell us about that, bro. Like, we didn't even, my bad. We skipped over the whole radio personality part.
No, you're good. You're good. I was a radio personality by trade. I came up in Detroit. I was at a hip hop station. I think I signed my first deal with them when I was 22 or 23.
Okay.
I was one of the youngest radio personalities in the history of the city of Detroit.
Wow.
And that kind of took me out west into Washington, where I met my co-host Rika, and she was best friends with my soon-to-be fiance Dez. So really the theory just kind of happened when the Rika and Anthony show had ended because of COVID. So I got furloughed from my job. I got severance from my job because of the whole COVID pandemic thing. I was offering to work for free because like me and Rika were really cooking. Like there was a chance to maybe have us have like a syndication deal in place. I didn't want to leave. I was very happy with the job. I wasn't making much money, but I was very happy with it because I as a competitive person and someone who understands the craft of radio, like I fell in love with the craft of it.
Yeah.
You know, it really is an art form to be able to put on music and say something and have that message hit home for someone on the other end that's a complete stranger. Like there is an art form to that.
Facts.
So the Poetic Justice Theory just was kind of born out of, it was twofold. I was severance, so I had a bunch of time on my hands.
Yeah.
And I would just go to the gym, the one gym in town that was open, and I was doing 2-a-days, and my boy Preston had got on the phone with me. He's like, you are blessed with all of this time. You should go through and you should study all of these rappers. Like, you have nothing but time.
Yeah.
Just go through and study. So I started on the East Coast. You know, I went down the J rabbit hole. I went down a Kanye rabbit hole. You know, ASAP Rocky. Like I went through and just kind of studied everybody. And then I made my way to the West Coast rappers, Tupac Shakur.
Yeah.
You know, I had listened to him growing up, but I never studied the man.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like I never took time to dive in and analyze and like, okay, what is he saying here? Like, what is he really saying? You know what I mean? And then a few days later, I got on the Kendrick stuff, and it was one night where I was playing Madden and I literally just sat up and I was like, Drake didn't write that verse, right? So because I'm studying everybody, right? And I'm noticing, like, you can hear a style.
That's what I said, bro. I feel like when I'm listening to Drake rap, I can always hear when he's kind of biting somebody else's style, and it's kind of crazy that we can do that. But we've never heard him.
Right. And a lot of that has to do with geography. A lot of that has to do with the lingo in certain cities. You know, like Atlanta rappers are different than, LA rappers.
Facts.
You can hear it in the way that they present the music. So the way I just kind of started pulling at that string, and that's where my better half really stepped up. And, you know, I know you call me Mr. Poetic Justice Theory, but there's nothing with the Poetic Justice Theory without my fiance. Like, she is the one.
I got you.
She is the one who really was just like, hey, because I was like, he dissed him. He dissed him. He wrote a verse. He recited the verse, and he dissed him on the verse. And she's just like, honey, like, yes, but like, this is a letter. This is a love letter to the culture. This is a love letter to hip hop. This is a love letter to the Black community. Like, it is so much deeper than just that. And then the whole Poetic Justice, that first video, we took about 2.5 weeks. Me and Dez, again, furloughed. We had time on our hands.
Of course, bro. I remember that.
Yeah, just time. Nothing but time. And we took about 2.5 weeks to research everything out, because we started to feel crazy at one point where it's like, you can't find an article about this. You can't find a Reddit post. You can't find a tweet, nothing. And you start sitting there feeling like the weight of everything, the weight of the message, right? Like, because it is deeper than just dissing Drake. It's way deeper. So we had to research. I wanted to make sure I wasn't stepping on anybody's toes or stealing anybody else's content or stealing anyone else's theory.
Right.
And then we researched it out. We timelined it out to the best of our ability. We recorded it. We recorded it on the jankiest, like, two-way microphones that you could buy.
Oh my God.
And we were plugging it into my laptop that would crash. And then we're also trying to film it. And when we put the whole file into Adobe Premiere would crash.
Oh, bro, I know all about it, bro.
There was so much to it. So it really was a team effort. Like, it was, me kind of finding that initial nugget, and then Dez, being there right by my side, encouraging me to keep pulling on the string.
Man, so
she was doing a bunch of research into the lyrics.
And Dez, bro. Shout out to and Dez, because I feel like it's definitely a team effort.
Yeah, she's literally like one of the smartest people on the planet. Like, it's insane.
Yeah, that's fire, man. And for you guys to do that together. But then that's a story too, right? Like, you got that whole story about, like, man, I figured that I was thinking about this, and you know what I'm saying? We did it together. We recorded. You remember when the computer crashed? Like, you have like the whole story to go along with that, man.
All of it.
Hopefully this is one of those things that kind of goes down in history where, like, yeah, I was there, right? I did it. You know what I'm saying? Like, I put it together. You know, so getting to that, like, why do you why do you think people like missed it? Like, cause I would have, I don't think I would have ever, I think I do a pretty good job of breaking stuff down, right?
No,
But
you
like,
do. I've watched your content. You do a good job.
thank you, man. Like, I think I do a
You do a
pretty
great
good job, but like, I would have completely missed that if it hadn't have been for like a little like nudge, like, hey, bro, look at that. Like, why do you think people missed it?
I think people missed it because it's not an indictment on hip hop fans.
Right.
It is an indictment on the media landscape in this country currently and the lack of music journalism, real music journalism that we have access to, right? It's almost like, okay, take the NFL, for instance, right? The NFL is a microcosm of what is happening in the music industry. Right. You have 32 NFL teams, right, all of which the team has their own beat writer. That beat writer is just going to take the talking points that the team is trying to spin, right? Right. It's just going to take it and regurgitate it out to the public, right? Like here in Detroit, we used to have Tim 20-Man. I think we still do. You're not going to get hard-hitting journalism, right, like or hard-hitting critiques.
Like no personal take. It's just going to be like, this is what the team is, you know what I'm saying? This is what they want me. I'm just here so I don't get fined.
Right. I'm doing my job. Right. Right.
Right.
So it's twofold. It's the media and the way the media works with the industry to kind of like curb your thoughts or your critiques on music. You know, like they're trying to curb your critique of art.
Kind of like shaping it and molding it in a sense though, right? Like, so you maybe you don't go down this rabbit hole.
Yes. And that's why you end up with the talking points of, well, it begins with control, right? Like when it very clearly, if you follow the lyrics in the timeline, it doesn't begin at control.
Right.
Something happened. What happened? Probably poetic justice.
Right. And then so once you figure out like, okay, maybe it didn't happen then it kind of piques a little bit more interest for you to then start digging other places. And then you typically, when you go digging, you find something.
You find stuff.
Right. You find stuff. That's hard, man. For real, the young, well, they're having a whole ass conversation here. We recognize the artists they're copying. It's effed up. One time Nicki went after underground rappers online. There's a clip back. Okay, they're having a whole ass conversation in the chat.
They're having a whole conversation. And that's the beauty of this, right? It's like we're finally talking about lyrics again.
Right. So they say, do you guys have any thoughts on the numbers showing hip hop isn't in the top 40 charts for the first time in like 35 years? I have mixed feelings both ways. I don't necessarily think it's a bad thing. Especially even when we're hearing about like Spotify numbers and stuff like that being fudged and fibbed and played with, and it's like at some point it has to be organic too. So I would rather it be organic and not happen than to be inorganic and then we have everything charting and everything. Do you have any thoughts on that?
What was that question again? One more time.
Do you guys have any thoughts on the numbers showing hip hop isn't in the top 40 charts for the first time in like 35 years? I have mixed feelings.
I would say, if you value
numbers,
hip hop as an art form,
right?
And if you value the art form being in the in chart position,
facts,
then yeah, you would probably have a problem with it.
Right.
But I could point to the level of music that we've seen in the last 12 months. This is one of the best eras hip hop has ever produced.
Facts.
You are getting Chance the Rapper at his best.
Facts.
You are getting clips at their best. And you're seeing it in the music. Just because they're not charting doesn't mean that it's not hitting home with the listener.
It means absolutely nothing. And that's one of the narratives that, you know, the owl side would always push is numbers. You know, and I think you lose sight of the art form. And that's always been what we talked about over here is like the art form should supersede anything, right? It shouldn't, you know, it shouldn't really matter if, like, we've listened to some artists that don't really do crazy numbers, but they're just super passionate. Like we had Ray Vaughn on here. You know, we've been listening to Ray Vaughn like crazy. We had some Saba joints we listened to. Like, just a lot of different artists that may not be doing crazy numbers, but because they don't do crazy numbers, it's almost like videos. Like I've noticed that too, where like if a video doesn't have a ton of views, a lot of people don't watch it. It's just kind of,
Right.
it's insanity to me because the content could be crazy, but because it doesn't have 100,000 views or so, people don't watch it. And then you see more and more people watching videos that have a ton of views, which is insane. So you kind of got to like remove the thought process of numbers sometimes, right?
And if you want a top 40, if you want a charting hit, you just have to play the industry version of hip hop, right? Like,
right, exactly.
And if you think about the music that's come out, like I said, in these last couple of months here over the summer, they're not playing industry games anymore.
Nah.
The real artists are trying to take the art form back.
Facts.
That has been what I have seen this summer.
Oh yeah. And you could see, and it's almost like they didn't have to band together and make like this big super team. It's kind of like everybody just got the note, like, okay, we taking this shit back. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's not like everybody's clicking up and it's like, okay, you gonna drop some crazy. Okay, well, I'm gonna drop some crazy shit.
I'm gonna do it.
You gonna do some crazy shit.
Yeah.
You know, and then the pop out
Chance
was
the
just
Rapper,
like nuts.
Chance the Rapper has a song called Letters.
Bro.
And he's going after mega churches. Like,
bro,
it's insane the level of music that has been produced in hip hop this year.
The No More Old Men joint off
Dog.
of, come on, bro. That's one of my
So
favorite
good.
songs, bro. It's like one of
Just
my
a
favorite
drop?
songs. Yes.
Just a drop with Jay Electronica. Oh
Come
my
on,
God.
bro.
Like it's so good.
It's insane. And the whole Clips album, I feel like I've listened to, I think I might have listened to the Clips album more than any album this year. Like I've listened to that album because it's always on for me in the gym. It's like, I don't know, it's just like something that just, but that album is so amazing, man. I know a lot of people are talking about Grammys for those albums and who should win and who, do you have any thoughts on like awards and who you would have win best album or best rap album or anything like that?
I will tell you, when I heard GNX and when Dez heard GNX, we were like, there's no way.
Yeah.
Like, there's no way
Yeah.
anyone is topping this album for this Grammy year. And Dez is a very big Clips supporter.
Okay.
She thinks that Clips is going to win it this year. They performed at the Vatican.
Bro.
Like they're doing some insane things with this album.
I love it though.
Personally,
Yeah.
I cannot stop playing Chance the Rapper.
Okay.
That album to me is so special.
Okay.
Like you can hear it. He took his time, the flow, the cadence, the where you don't know which pocket he's going to end up in.
Yeah.
It's so good. It's so good.
Like, and what I said about it was, I think he did a great job. I think he did a lot more singing on that album too, which he's done that before, but he did a lot of singing on this album. I think he did a great job. I just don't know. I don't know. I just, maybe because it's more like replay value. Like the songs that he dropped, and I'm from Chicago, like the songs that he dropped made me feel like, yo, this feels like home. Like it feels like home to me. But the Clips album is just a little bit, it's over that. And then if I have GNX over that, it's like, I don't know if I could. And Jid, I don't know. Jid's album was nasty to me too. The Prelux was
Jid's album was crazy. Yeah.
The Prelux was even nuts. So like, I feel like I wouldn't mind whoever won.
I wouldn't mind it this year either. But again, it comes back to what the original question was. Like, did any of those artists that we mentioned have a top 40 hit?
No, right? Well, outside of,
you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And we're sitting here talking about like what a great summer this has been for hip hop in general. So it really does speak to the level of music that's being created right now.
It does. Chad, what do you guys think? How you guys feel about it? What else? He said, yeah, I'm still listening to Jid's album. Big L's. I still haven't gotten into Big L's album. Have you heard that yet?
No, I haven't yet.
I haven't.
I heard that there's a Mac Miller joint on there though. It's a Mac Miller Big L collaboration, but it's not like later Mac Miller. It's like Mac Miller with the cheesy raps. Mac Miller.
Oh, okay.
So, I don't know.
I'm
I'm very curious to see what happens.
You said I Am Music dropped this year too. Shout out to Isaac too, man. What up? Get in your bag says GNX got it. Let me know in the chat who y'all think got it. I want to see names. So when it happens, I can come back to this and I can say, nah, you said this was happening. Give me names.
You said this.
All right. So what do we got here? Let's see. Oh yeah. So you said, bro, I'm not really on. Well, not that you're not really on, because I know you're kind of maybe transitioning a little bit more into YouTube. So like, where did you said you started on TikTok? Like, when you initially came up with the theory and you shared it, how did it do over, like, did it do crazy on TikTok, or was it like nothing? No. Okay. So it didn't happen. It just happened over here.
It happened over here on YouTube. I want to say we had a couple thousand views. Mm-hmm. Very overwhelmingly positive response.
Good.
Because again, you know, like, we did take our time. We did wanted to treat this with, you know, the care and respect that it deserves, because the message is so important. You know what I mean? So we had dropped it on YouTube. I cut up a couple of clips and I put them on TikTok, but they didn't really do numbers. And then we were hands off. Like, we didn't touch it for the longest time. That was the only video you would find on my YouTube.
Okay, so like that. So did it just kind of recirculate on its own, like, recently, or did you like jump back in and make a video?
So what happened is that we put out part 1 in 2021.
Okay.
We didn't touch it. We stayed away from it because, again, like, we're trying to show respect. We're trying to stay in our lane. Like, you know, the way Des always says this, like, it's a cool little Easter egg, you know, like, when people find it, they'll be like, oh, then you're a radio personality who also did this. Like,
it's
that's
kind of bigger than a cool little Easter egg at this point, though, right? Like,
it is. And that's the cool thing. It's like, it's getting to be a bigger than an Easter egg.
Which is dope. Which is dope. Hey, shout out to Tiptoe Joe, my bad, man. Shout out to Tiptoe Joe for the $2 donation. Sup, y'all? Heck yeah, man. This is what's up. Yeah, of course. And I figure, like, we want to do more things like this, even if we bring Anthony on to talk. Like, I have this idea too. And I know you're not a reactor, but I have this idea of doing like a creators hip hop awards. I've been talking about it a lot. You know, where we have a bunch of reactors in the space, bunch of different creators in the space who maybe just talk music, as far as like, you know, YouTube, like music journalism or wherever they are, and just kind of get our own opinion on who we think is, you know, should, you know, get an award or something, like, even though it may not mean anything to anybody, but I think everyone looks to the Grammys and the VMAs and, you know, all these different, and I just like, maybe an American Music Awards, and maybe if we had our own space where we just like, you know, maybe that could become a thing too. Like, would you be interested in, like,
this is just our thing?
This is just our thing. Yeah, this is just us, just the creators who talk about this, and you know what I mean? And maybe listen and look at it from a different perspective, because we're like doing it every day. You know, like, would you wanting to be a part of anything like that? And you can say no. You're on the spot. You could say
no.
Yeah.
Fun fact: when I was doing my radio show in Tri-Cities, Washington, they had a Tri-Cities Creatives Night, and it was basically like the whole city showed out. You know, Tri-Cities. It was Kennewick, Pasco, and Richland. And all 3 cities kind of came together and they did this creatives night. It was like a whole banquet and ball, black tie event for a very small town.
Yeah.
And it was just a huge award show. So it was like photographers were there, best videographers, like there was different award categories. And Des had won Creative of the Year. So they have like the biggest award that you can get is Creative of the Year. Des had won the year before. I went to the banquet with my co-host at the time, Rika, and Rika had won Creative of the Year the following year. So
that's awesome, man. That's dope.
It is possible to just kind of stray and just do your own thing.
That's kind of what I'm thinking. Like, so far we have I think we got Kish on board, Big Kish. For those of y'all that don't know, we got Big Kish on board. We got I think we got Koala T on board. I think we got him too. We got We Are Deciphered on board. Queso Big Dipper on board. It's a couple of other people that I'm reaching out to. I want it to be like a really diverse thing. So if you haven't heard, it's just because they haven't responded to me. But I'm gonna start sending out more messages and stuff so we can try to get something together hopefully before the end of the year, for sure.
No, but you really should pursue that, because the work that y'all do on YouTube is insane. Yeah. Like I said, TikTok is a meaner streets than YouTube. Yeah. And if anything, like, it just brings the community together. You know what I mean? It brings y'all together. It brings everybody together and just be like, okay, we're going to show love to the people that we want to show love to.
Exactly.
You know, and it'll make somebody's day. You know what I mean? Like, When Rico won that award, she was over the moon. You know what I mean? Like, she lit up, and she was in a dress. Like, dog, she looked so choice at that event.
That's
too.
awesome,
She's like,
dude. Look, he remembers it.
There's a video on there's a picture on my Instagram, and she just turns to me and she goes, "Okay, now I have to show my leg meat." And I go, "What do you mean?" And she like pokes her leg out of the slit of the dress.
That's hard. That's hard. See, look.
She's like, "I'm eating because I'm winning this award tonight," and then she won. So it's like, it's cool. It's cool.
That's dope, man. No, that's dope. That's dope. Shout out to Lace Rhymes for the 2, man. We are the new hip hop media. You're right, man. And I like to think so. I like to think so, man. Like, we put a lot into it, and hopefully you guys think that our opinions matter at all, because we're just talking heads at some point. But like, I just appreciate all the support. You know, I really do.
Just like they're taking the art back, we have to take back the critique of the art.
Facts.
Or who is allowed to critique the art.
That is a fact.
It's
man.
just as important.
It really is, bro. It really is. All right. Okay. Let's get into to some more of the theory, man. So over the last couple of weeks, like, we've seen everybody I know has reacted to this damn video, bro. Everybody. Yeah. And if they haven't, they're probably gonna be reacting to it soon. I like to think maybe I was one of the first. Maybe.
You were.
Maybe. Okay.
You were. No, you were. You were.
So like, what is it like to watch people, like, because I know you're probably like, I know he's gonna say he's gonna do it, or they're gonna do this, or they're gonna trash this, or that's how I watch my videos sometimes too. When I'm making I made a bold claim, and I'm gonna state it on this stream right here. I said, Not Like Us was not going to be the favorite. So if you go back to my Not Like Us reaction, I said, this is going to be the least favorite of the diss tracks. To this day, I get about 5 messages a day like, boy, you were wrong. I'm like, it was a hot take, man. I thought it wasn't the best diss. I thought it was the most catchy song. But I thought Meet the Grams was murderous.
Meet the Grams. Meet the Grams was... fun fact, I was at hockey. I was playing hockey. It was on the West Coast, so it was like, I think it was like a 7 or 8 p.m. puck drop.
Yeah.
And I'm getting ready. I check my phone, no messages. I come back. It's 13 missed calls. It's just Des texting me. She's
Where
like,
are you?
Drake just dropped. And then she goes, Kendrick just dropped the top of Drake.
Oh my God. I was live.
Dude, it was that, and that's what I think, if anything, we can take away from the battle of 24. Kendrick knows how to create these moments that just it brings you in. Bro. It's these moments, and they're unmatched. It's awesome.
It really isn't. Like, I recall, like, I was listening to Family Matters, and then you get trolls in the stream all the time. Shout out to whoever that was that just subbed. I appreciate you. You get trolls in here all the time, and they're like, I'm listening to the record and I'm like, man, it's getting to the end, and I kind of don't want the stream to end because it's going so well and everybody's in here. And then I get Kendrick dropped. 1 message. I'm like, guys are lying. Kendrick dropped. You're lying. Kendrick dropped. I'm like, are you serious? So like, I remember that moment, and then I remember when he dropped the Squabble Up video. I remember how crazy that was. I remember when the Luther video dropped. Like, I feel like you said, like, these moments, like,
yeah,
I remember, it was like, yo, and then, oh no, the craziest moment is thinking that GNX was just the snippet. So when it dropped, the GNX snippet dropped, and I'm sitting here turning a 2-minute video into a 30-minute live stream. A 2-minute video is a 30 or 40-minute live stream. And then they're like, yo, the album dropped. And I'm like, so I just like you said, like, several moments in time where it was totally unexpected, and then it just happened, man. So I totally get what you're talking about the moments. But yeah, no, so I mean, so I guess, so back to the question, like, how is it to like watch people, really just like reacting and having a conversation around, the theory?
I like it.
Yeah.
Des likes it. We really do appreciate it. Because it hasn't been just you. We saw Screwface react. We saw Deciphered react. I saw Jalopy react.
Shout out to all of them.
Shout out to all of them. The reactions, I don't mind it. Like, the way I look at the poetic justice theory is like, look, I've done a lot of homework on this.
Yeah.
I've done a lot of research into this. Check me.
Right.
Check my work. Almost like it's almost like a peer review. You know what I mean? Like, hey, Dez has done a lot of work on this. We have done a lot of work on this. Please check our work.
Yeah.
The one thing I can say is like, and I made a video about it, and Dez made a video about it because Screwface grabbed the video of Dez breaking it down.
You know what? I seen a lot of people in those comments saying like, yo, like it's great. Thanks you for, but you should probably listen to the whole thing. And I'm just glad that I saw the other video.
The one.
Yeah, I saw that one.
I was glad that you saw that one too. I was like, okay, bet, I'm locked in.
That wasn't the first video I was going to react to though. Like it really wasn't. And I was like, oh wait, he's got an updated video. So I know Screw probably would have, listened to the other one too.
And I know that. And I respect it, right? Like I get, like when you're in content creation mode, like you're just grabbing, especially if you're on a live stream or something like that, you're grabbing and going.
Right.
You don't have time
vet it out
behind the Iron Curtain. You don't have time to make your audience wait because then they'll tune out, right? So the way we look at it is we appreciate the response. We welcome more of it.
Of course.
Please pick me. If you're going to critique somebody, please pick my breakdowns on it. Just because, that one video from Dez is 9 days before Euphoria even dropped.
Wow.
You know what I mean? So, and those are just old TikToks that she was taking up and putting onto YouTube to repurpose to just try and get the YouTube going. But yeah, like I respect it. I see it. I can sit down and I can have a disagreement on timeline and lyrics.
Oh yeah.
Or a disagreement on interpretation of lyrics, right? And again, I'm not positioning myself, nor have I ever claimed to position myself as an authority on all things hip hop.
Yeah.
Right. Like I would never fucking do that. But what I take umbrage with is people attacking my character instead of my theory.
Yeah.
I don't, that ain't going to sit right with me. I'm clearly going to respond.
Oh, absolutely. As you should though. As you should. Yeah. As you should.
And I have.
Yeah.
And it's just like, don't insult mine or my fiance's intelligence.
Right.
Just stick to that's why the rules
stick to the timeline. Stick to the lyrics. None of that other shit. Those are the rules.
I can have a civilized discussion with someone if they approach me and they say, hey, I don't think your interpretation of this is accurate.
Yeah.
Or, hey, this comes before this on the timeline and that contradicts one of your points.
Right.
But so far, what we've seen is that it's being embraced.
Right.
So I think it's been a very good response, and I love seeing it. Des loves seeing it too.
Yeah, man. I like I said, man. We're kind of I'm tapped in with. I just see it when it's happening. Like even if I don't necessarily watch it, I watched a couple of them, and I'm like, okay, so everybody's kind of in the same ballpark of where like I was, and I think there was just like literally one piece where P.S. Everybody was like, I don't know. But like I said, like. For the most part, everybody's like,
But even on the PS thing, right?
Yeah.
Like, I remember people reacting, and Des, because we sometimes if we have time, because Des has 2 jobs and I have 2 jobs, and we're balancing kids, dogs, cats, everything, plus other family obligations and stuff.
For sure.
If we get a chance to watch a live, the one live that we did get a chance to watch aside from yours, the PS thing got brought up, and someone reminded the reactor of, okay, but this is Kendrick Lamar.
Yeah.
He refers to him constantly as Pac.
Yeah.
Like, it's never just Tupac.
Yeah.
Like, people are saying, go back and listen to Mortal Man. Pac.
Yeah.
Pac. Like, so, again, but I can sit there and I can respect someone who has that counterpoint.
Of course. And I think even...
That's fine.
Yeah, and like, even when I said it, I think... It was like maybe I say next bar, like maybe like the next few seconds in the video, I was like, maybe you're right, bro. Like I don't know, because I kind of hear that,
And again, to understand that element of it, you have to know, and kudos to Des again on this. Like she says it all the time. You have to know what Tupac means to Kendrick Lamar.
Mm-hmm.
You have to know the respect that he holds for that man.
Mm-hmm.
You have to understand that he is not only picking up that torch, but taking up that mantle.
Of course.
Like, like I say it in one of the videos, Cole and Aubrey know I'm selfish. That crown is heavy because when you are an artist with a perspective and a vision and you have something to say and you're not willing to compromise what you are willing to talk about on a record for a bag, and you are trying to uplift communities, especially here in America, that is a tough burden to handle.
It really is, man. And then even just like on a minuscule level, like on a smaller level of it just being a coast pride thing, bro. Like the West Coast, we have so much love from the West Coast over. We got love from all the coasts.
Yeah.
But during that beef, like the pour out of love from a dude from Chicago, bro, the Midwest, like nobody. It's like, you know what I mean? Like it's a certain sense of pride. I feel like the East Coast has it too, but the West Coast is slightly different when it's like, even when they engage in beef or engage in battling, they approach it just slightly differently. Like they're
Slightly different.
Little more like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So
and you can hear it in the art, right?
Yeah,
like you can hear it.
You can. So did you get a chance to get into any of that? Like, okay, so when let's taking a step away from the Poetic Justice Theory for just a second, but like the Ray Vaughn, Daylight, you know what I'm saying, Hold You Dig. Did you get into that at all? Like, did you listen to any of those?
No,
Okay.
I didn't get into that. My whole thing, just honestly, it's just been trying to prove poetic justice.
Okay.
Like I'm staying in my lane until the lane has runneth up. You know,
course.
Once that is over,
Then
I can get into.
Then
like,
I step out. Then I step out and get into.
Then I can step out and I can branch out. But like, for me right now and for Des right now, this is just the highest priority, man.
That's the baby right now. It
is. It's the baby.
No, I understand it. No,
but I had seen it.
Yeah.
But I had seen it. Like I saw Joey, you know, when at Ray. The way I look at it is like, it's just showing you where hip hop is again, though. You know what I mean? Like, it's bars, it's lyricism. It's not dumbed down lyrics that they were forcing on us for so long, right? Like, we're in this really cool new era of hip hop where words mean something again, and that's pretty sweet.
That's another space though. Like, we're outside of all the albums we talked about, we had a whole ass another beef that took over YouTube. Like that, I was live probably like 6 or 7. I would do it live because I wanted to do all of my reactions live so I can get feedback from the crew live, so they can let me know what they were feeling about. I did everything live. I think I did maybe 5 or 6 lives in one day, like one time, just like hopping on, because everybody was dropping records, and I actually got a chance to learn a lot of new artists that I would have never heard of before outside of, you know, I knew who Ray Vaughn was. I obviously knew who Daylight was. I knew who Joey Badass was. But then you had people on the West Coast and people on the East Coast that I had never heard of dropping really good music. Like really good music. Lyrics are back. And I think that was one of the things I really took away from it, is that it's not just mainstream. Lyrics are really back for sure.
Yeah.
Who was that, man? Somebody dropped a dono in here and I missed it, bro. I apologize. J-Tom, best theory I've seen in a while. Shout out to J-Tom in the building too, man, for the $2 donation.
Thank you.
Appreciate you, man. Thank you so much. Just to reiterate, we do have Anthony's YouTube channel, him and Dez's YouTube channel pinned at the top. If you guys would not mind
you for that,
going over, giving him a sub. If you guys enjoy the content, you can clearly see he's really, you know, he's completely you know, intertwined in this hip hop thing, man. He really enjoys it himself, him and Dez. So make sure y'all check it out. Kai Cash, yeah, that was another one. All right, so you said we've said it a couple times here. Why stick to the timeline? Why stick to the lyrics? Why is that the most important thing? Like, why is that what it is?
I think it comes back to the media thing, right?
Yeah.
Like the timeline and lyrics are going to tell you a different story than what the media is trying to portray.
Yeah.
Right. And if you want, just to everybody in the chat, everybody who sees this, you know, either who's live or, you know, watching it back later, you really want to see what propaganda looks like in real time. Go to Hulu and just search Drake and Kendrick Lamar in the search bar. What will pop up is an ABC news special that they aired before the Super Bowl. You want to look and see what propaganda in the media looks like? Go watch that. I'm telling you, the ending is, it's so gross.
What?
Like, I wanted
haven't
to
seen
throw
it.
up in my mouth.
What?
One of the chicks that was being interviewed for it, one of the reporters working on the story, I think. I don't know if she was like a producer on the piece or if she was actually doing the reporting.
Right.
But she says, I just hope that both of these guys can settle their differences and get back to making music together. It's like, you very clearly
just detached.
You're either not listening or you're either not listening and not paying attention, or you're trying to spin a narrative.
Oh, for sure.
And the narrative that they're trying to spin is, well, these are just, and you can see it's in the piece. Well, these are just two guys battling and throwing jabs, trying to take the number one spot. No.
They don't like each other.
They don't like each other. It is deep rooted and deep seated.
That's crazy.
And that's why we say stick to the lyrics and stick to the timeline, because the lyrics and the timeline will tell you a different story.
Right.
How can you go? Like, fun fact, I'm in the process of making my next video right now, and I pull up a Complex article from 2013. It dropped October 23rd, 2012, the day after Good Kid, Mad City got released.
Okay.
And in it, Complex is interviewing Kendrick and interviewing Punch and interviewing Mixed by Ali, and they go track by track by track. And they give you quotes on every single track on Good Kid, Mad City. What you will find, I think, is TDE trolling Drake in the media.
Hey, now that no more sauce. Don't give us no more sauce in this video. Save it for your video. Hey,
all I'm gonna say is
I'm reacting to that one.
It's very telling what they are saying versus what the media is versus the words that the media is putting in their mouth. I'll just say that.
Yeah, bro. I'm reacting to that. Don't give us no more in this video. Make sure y'all check it out when he drops it. You send it to me when you drop it so I can.
I will. Sure. I got you. I got you. No, I got
you. So you said something though. Like you said something while you were talking about that. Like when we said they don't like each other. I know people, like, I remember, and I hate referring to it as the OVO side, but like I don't know any other way to say it.
It's just their side.
It's like their side, right? Like
that side of things.
That side of things always presented this is the dude that he took on tour and he's treating him like this and he's done this for him and he's done that for him. Like, I think there's at least a time where people would think that they were okay. If that's what I was right. Were they ever okay? And if there's a point where they were okay and then they weren't okay, what happened? Like what do you think? What do you think is the reason why it got ugly?
I think if they were cool, it was a very brief moment in time. I think what happened was one person takes this very seriously, the craft very seriously, and another person doesn't. And it just don't sit right.
And that's it. It don't have to be that much. He said
it don't have to be that crazy. Now, everything, hindsight being 2020, everything that we got from these records, in 24, could it be more? Yeah. Could it be more? Yeah. Absolutely. If you're a scumbag, and I'm calling you a scumbag for certain scumbag reasons,
right?
Maybe
and not only have I heard it, I feel like people have told me, and I'm speaking like I'm Kendrick, but like, not only have I seen it, but I've also heard it from other people that you're scum. There's a lot of scummy stuff that's coming out here lately too, chat. Like, I don't know if you guys have been seeing it. I did have a video queued up for today, but I'm gonna just go ahead and drop it tomorrow. But there's more scummy stuff happening, and I think if you're any sort of person with morals, or you have you know, sisters and or mother and daughters, aunts, it's like, bro, like what do you doing?
If you actually
love women?
Yes. Right? Like, if you don't just objectify women,
bro.
Yes.
If you actually care for women, like,
if you actually care for kids,
you would hate this guy. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you care about the children, Hey man,
you know
keep it alleged. Keep it alleged, like the Ville says.
It's all alleged.
Facts.
But I could just yeah, man.
It's
I look
all
at
alleged.
it and I see what I see.
I see what I see, and I know what I don't see, and it's just like, I don't see the behavior that I would like. I always refer back to the performance on stage. Y'all know what I'm talking about. The 17-year-old that I can't for the life of me even think.
Get that out.
I can't get it out of my brain. It's stuck. It's like, bro, you did that, and that was in front of us. That was in front of the world.
And it's not, and again, context matters, right? Yeah. Because when you're building, building a studio album or building a mixtape is different than what your on-stage performance is going to look like, right? Like, there are coaches that some of these artists employ to help them with their stage show. Yeah. Right? So I remember, and this is on the heels of like Justin Bieber popping when I was in high school back in like, the 2010s and 2011s. Justin Bieber had a similar bit that he did on stage where he would bring a young girl up and sing, the baby, baby, like, or One Less Lonely Girl. It was something like that. I remember that being a part of the show and an element of the show. It's a different context when Bieber does it than when Drake does it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, bro. It's like,
it's different.
He was a kid at that time, I think, at least. I think he was at least younger. He wasn't in his mid-20s, I think, at that point. Right.
It hits different. It's not as innocent as if Bieber does it when Drake does it.
Right.
So again, that comes back to not knowing how to put on a stage show. Right. Not being real with your audience. Maybe you are just doing a bit because someone's telling you to do the bit.
Right, exactly. Just kind of following the rules, and then you get up here
following the rules, collecting your check.
Yeah, bro. Like we got to get past that. I think I know the answer to this question already, but I'm gonna ask it anyway. Do you think that Kendrick really was leaving a trail? Like he was like leaving clues along the way. Do you think he's still leaving clues? Like that's the thing. Yes. That's the thing. Yes. Like through this album, we could have listened to it and heard it one way, and then in 5 or 10 years, we'll go back and be like, "Yo, he left another trail to another room that we have to." So you definitely think there's more. There's more.
Yeah, there's more. I'll address one of the elephants in the room, my squabble up part of my theory. Even if you take all the crazy stuff I've said about squabble up.
Wait, what did you say about squabble up? Hold up. I don't even know the squabble up theory.
There's a theory about squabble up, and I'll leave it at that.
Oh, okay.
There's a theory about squabble up.
All right.
And so again, fun fact behind all of this. Again, Dez has 2 jobs. I have 2 jobs. Right. So when I make content, like I am putting up content to just like reference back. It's almost like I'm taking and putting it into a folder, right? Okay. Just think about that. Yes, I know it's public and it's online and stuff like that, but I almost look at like when I publish the content is I'm opening up a chat room, right? Okay. I just kind of want to see, like, I'm testing the waters a little bit. Right. So, and I know there's people probably in the chat who've seen the squabble up theory. Some of them fuck with it. Some of them don't.
Y'all gotta let me know with the squabble. I'm gonna have to go back and listen to that one.
But take anything I've said about squabble up and throw it out the window. Okay. If you look at squabble up, do you know what Kendrick is like? Who Kendrick is paying homage to in the squabble up?
Right. Okay. So that's what I tried to figure that out because we never really got a good look at. We thought it might have been Nip. We thought it might have been X.
The room is he's paying homage to the Roots and the music video The Next Movement.
Oh, right. So
and
that
the
room,
next
yes.
Movement,
yes. Mm-hmm.
The Next Movement by the Roots is all about having listeners stop and break down the lyrics. So that being in mind, take everything I've ever said about Squabble Up and throw it out of your mind. If I leave you with anything, just look at what the messaging he's trying to point you to. And then the phrase in Latin, everything is something.
Everything is something, bro. I kept saying it. I'm like, dog, y'all not gonna tell me I'm having a reach-a-thon. I have reach-a-thons all the time. Everything means something, bro. Everything means something.
And you know, I've said it. If Squabble Up is probably my biggest reach in 5 years. And it is a theory I'm basing off of the poetic justice theory. If the poetic justice theory is true, then the Squabble Up theory. But if you just look at Squabble Up on its basis, it's about squabbling up. It's about going to battle, going to war, lyrics meaning something. You know, I can get into the references at a later date. But to your point and to your question, yes, he is breadcrumbing people. He's still doing it.
Still to this day.
Because he didn't get the respect that he should have gotten from this battle. People should have figured out poetic justice. People should have seen, like, because when I hear the line, the very first time I shot me a Drake,
told me I didn't aim low enough. Bro.
It went over everyone's heads. Today I'll show you what I learned from those mistakes. Today I'm going to be so direct that you can't miss the message.
Right.
But where was the first time you shot him, Ken? Nobody asked him that. Ebro had to do it on stage.
Yeah. Where was the first shot?
Ebro had him on stage. Ebro had him on stage for 45 minutes.
Oh, yeah, we watched that interview
before
too.
the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
How? And this is what drove me nuts with the media. This is what drove me nuts with
Nobody
radio
asked
personalities covering this. I could scream it. I could have screamed at Ebro. I was so mad. You get the man in the chair. First question: Where was the first time you shot you a Drake,
bro? And
who's the homie that told you to aim it this way,
bro? That would have been fire though. That would have broke the internet because he probably would have been like, he probably wouldn't have said nothing. He probably wouldn't have said nothing though.
And again, coming back to the poetic justice theory, you would know that he probably can't talk about it because of NDAs. But
yeah,
as a personality or someone who could, if I had the opportunity to sit in that chair, I don't care what talking points Apple is presenting to me. I'm asking that question.
Yeah.
I don't care.
That's all because it's live too, right? It's live at that point. So if he just chooses not to answer it. And the crazy thing is, I thought he did okay. Like, I remember watching that interview and I was like, okay, I think he did. I thought he was going to do, who was his female, did he have a female cast member out there with him?
I think it was someone from his show.
Okay.
I'm not familiar with Ebro's show, but he definitely had other people on stage.
Yeah, I think she did okay too. And I was like, I think they did all right. But like you said, asking the questions that need to be asked when you got the man in the chair is like, kind of key point. You got to do that. And
again, but I play fast and loose with my career.
Yeah.
So like,
he's like, fuck it. If I'm losing this job, I'm asking this question.
I'm built different than Ebro, and I acknowledge that.
Yeah.
But you could have never put me on that stage.
Nah, you would have. You would have lit him up with all the good questions.
And if he don't answer, fine. Then I'll move into the talking points.
Right.
But I'm at least asking the questions.
Y'all asking the questions, Shaq? Y'all got Kendrick on stage. Y'all asking the questions. You said you're right. He should have asked. You said I was about to ask about NDAs, but there's a level of respect you have to have for the moment as well. No, I understand that too.
Yeah.
Within reason, nothing disrespectful, but within reason.
No.
Like, hey, when you said that, what did you mean by that?
And then who was the homie that told you to aim it that way? Was it Glasses Malone?
Yeah, was it Glasses? Let us know
who
Glasses?
it was. Was it Punch?
Yeah, right. Who did it?
Who did it?
So do you? Oh, who's that? Let me see. My bad. I've been missing y'all pulling up. Dang, I've been missing y'all. Thank you for whoever that was that just subscribed to the channel. I appreciate the love. So do you think there's maybe a next chapter to the theory? That does it continue? Or do you think once you've kind of, I guess you've already figured this out, but once this maybe this chapter closes, do you think you move on to, okay, now from that, we move into this? Are you going to dive in? Is there a GNX theory? Is there a whole, are you working on other things like that?
So we published part 1 in 2021. We published part 2 in May of 24. We didn't get it to YouTube until a little bit later. We were going through a bit of a transitional period. I had gotten severance again from my job in Spokane, and we were moving across the country. So
you were in Washington?
Yeah, I was in Washington.
I lived out there for a little while too. I lived in Washington for a little bit. Yeah, it's crazy.
Oh, where at?
What is it? Linwood?
Linwood?
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, like
Nice
it was
area.
Yeah, I was out there for a little while. I hated it out
Hell yeah.
there, but I was out there for a little while.
It's different. It's different.
Yeah.
And I'll just leave it at that.
It's definitely different, man. I got I'm not, we'll get into that later.
It's just different. But we had put out part 1 in 21. We put out part 2. We put it up on TikTok first. So we put that up right after the battle. And then we finally posted it to YouTube a couple months later. We put out part 3 in July. And part 3 covers parts of GNX and the Super Bowl performance. And where part 3 takes you, we believe, both Dez and myself, we believe is the real message.
Okay. Offline. We gotta talk.
So, and the part 3 comments have been pretty lit.
Wait, so it's already out?
Yeah, it's already out.
All right, I'm reacting.
So right now, I think I have like 60 total views or 60 total videos on YouTube.
Okay.
Part 1, part 2, and part 3 is all Poetic Justice.
Okay.
And that's just breaking down lyrics and stuff like that. But part 3 in particular, Dez and I really did a lot of work, and I will give Dez a lot of credit. Like, I was doing a different job. I was working in a warehouse with my brother. So she was home, servicing a couple of clients that she had, because her whole background is marketing and social media. She's a savant when it comes to this stuff. So her spare time, like, she spent putting together part 3. So part 3 is really like, it was a team effort, but if I got to give credit where credit's due, like, Dez put everything she had into part 3. And I really do believe once you watch part 3 with parts 1 and 2 in the back of your mind, part 3 is going to hit really hard. So
I feel like you have to get all that information before you get into that. Watch part 1, watch part 2, and then we'll get into part 3. I'm gonna do the same thing on my end too. And again,
it's open, right? Like, we allow critiques of the work. Like, there have been people that have reached out and said, hey, like, I think you're forgetting this little part, or hey, how does a rapper that, how does X play in all of this? But really, like, Dez went above and beyond for part 3. Like, I can't sing her praises enough about that.
We're gonna do this again at some point. Like, I know we are. This isn't gonna be the last time we sit down, but we gotta get her. We gotta get her on too. If you guys are good with that.
Yeah, no, she would love that. It's just right now, like,
no, I get it.
No, stuff like that today.
I totally get it. We'll set it up. We gotta get her on too.
But yeah, I would watch parts 1, part 2, and then once you watch part 3, I think you're really going to see the bigger picture when it comes to Poetic Justice.
Man,
and what it really means.
We ready for it. So I'm gonna let Poetic Justice cook though, because I feel like I really want to see that one, do well for you and everything, and then we'll tap into it. So last thing before I get you up out of here, man. So is there anything that you like want people to just take away from the Poetic Justice theory? Like, is there anything, like, if there's one thing, like, you can say whatever. This is just one takeaway maybe that I want you to leave with. Is there anything you can think of? And if not, it's totally fine.
I think there's a couple of things.
Okay.
The first thing I would say is imagine you're an artist. Imagine you are a painter, right? Don't take rap, put it out of your mind for a second. Imagine you're a painter and you paint this masterpiece, and someone comes along and tells you that not only is your masterpiece not a masterpiece, but then they turn around and say, oh, this is the true interpretation of the masterpiece.
Right.
How would that make you feel? Like, you put your body, you put your heart and your soul into this painting, and then someone comes along and whacks out your art, and then continues to whack out your art in real time. Imagine how that would make you feel.
Right. And what you would do.
How would you respond? What would you do to someone who tried to silence you?
Right.
What would you do to an industry that whacked out your art.
Right. Yesterday, somebody
I can think of
whacked
a few
out my
things
mural.
that I would do.
Yesterday, somebody
Yep.
whacked out my mural. You know, it was.
And that right there is so important. Like I see people all the time say like, no, like he's actually talking about his mural,
the physical mural.
Out.
Yeah.
And it's like, no, he's saying
My
yesterday
art.
somebody whacked out my mural, my thing. That's regular for me though.
Used to
like,
be F them, but now it's plural.
Now
all
plural.
of them.
So that would be one thing I would want people to take away from Poetic Justice is think about how he would feel.
Yeah.
You get somebody to do this. This is your separator as an artist. This is what is going to elevate you, not just amongst your peers, but now amongst the greats. So when you are in a barbershop debating Jay-Z and Andre 3K and Eminem, I can look, you know, I said it on one of the videos the other day. I saw Torre was in a live with Green and Curtis King. Yeah. And they were talking about what makes a rapper the GOAT and is Kendrick Lamar the GOAT. To me, Kendrick's 7th ring, he won it on Poetic Justice. Nobody knows about it. Mainstream doesn't know about it. Mainstream doesn't talk about it like that.
Because it's not inherently like a diss song. It's like it's awesome. It's beautiful. It's like low key. Beautiful. It's just like, it's vibey. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
And I think that's why it does get overlooked as not a diss song, but as a little bit more, maybe I do this a lot.
Could you say it went over people's heads?
Yeah, for sure. No, you can definitely say that.
So that's something I would want people to take away from.
That's dope,
that this is his separator. This is what, in my opinion, makes him the greatest MC of all time. I've never heard of this.
Yeah, no.
I say it on videos. Jay-Z never got Nas to diss himself on a record they were rapping on together. No. Eminem didn't do it with Ja Rule.
No.
Like, this truly is, if we are correct, I'll give myself the if.
Right.
If we are correct, it is one of the biggest moments in music history.
Oh, absolutely. Like, if everything is true, yes. It's literally unheard of, and it's psychopathic almost.
It is. And that would be Poetic Justice.
Yeah.
That is them hitting that house lick, right? Like, from 9 to 5, I know it's vacant. Like, he hit a lick on not only Drake and OVO and all of their camp, he hit a lick on the industry.
I was just about to say, it's the whole industry, man. As a Cole fan, I'm a Cole fan too. Like, I know he's doing some tricky nowadays. Like, I get that, but the rapper, I don't think that he could layer things in the way that Kendrick has been layering and doing things and leaving breadcrumbs for years. It's something to really awe at, for sure.
It's one of the most impressive pieces of modern art ever.
Facts. And
like,
of course,
it's
hip-hop.
Shakespeare level writing.
And it's through hip hop.
Incredible.
And that's that's like one of the craziest parts, is that it's through hip hop. So, you know, I love that too. Well, man.
Yeah, those would be the takeaways.
Well, listen, man, the man, you know what I'm saying, the myth, the legend, Anthony and Dez, you know, I appreciate you for taking the time to talk to us. We have been trying to kind of get together, and I definitely wanted to make sure. I actually been feeling under the weather, and I was just like, man, we gotta do this today, bro. Like, I want to do this. I appreciate you for your care. You know what I'm saying? The way you care for it, the way you care for your theory, the way you care for hip hop, how you speak about it. You know, we could really see from our end, at least I can, you know, we could really see that this is something that you really love, and you don't got to prove nothing to nobody, but no, I appreciate it. I really appreciate it, man. And,
it's all love over here. Seriously. Like,
sure.
We were talking offline, about, you know, cause when I was watching your live, when you were reacting to the theory, the quick version of the theory, you know, I shared this with you, but I haven't really shared this online yet, but I got to watch the back end of your video with my son.
Oh, that's awesome.
And that was just like, that was the coolest thing. Like, I got to literally, like, he got to like watch me not like get emotional, but like I was,
of
you know,
course.
like I got a little wispy eyed, and I got to share that moment with him. And it was so cool. Cause he's like, he's like, wow, like they're finally getting it. Like they're finally seeing it. And I'm like, yeah, like it's really cool.
Oh,
So
man,
like you gave me that moment. And that was like, I was just like, I was so
man,
appreciative for that.
Salutes to you, man. Salutes to your family.
Yeah, man.
Salutes to your son. Like I got, I know how that is too, man. I've done that where I've been like, oh man, I'm in these compilation clips with, all these other people like me. And like, I don't know if the person watching always understands how important or how it makes you feel to just feel like people are listening.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like
And that's all we've ever wanted.
That's it.
Like just listen and,
just a little
and
bit.
go look at it because it's like finding a Banksy.
Yeah.
Like,
Oh my God. Yeah. Right.
It's like, you know what I mean? It's a Lamar. It's so good.
Yeah.
It's so good.
Nah, man.
But yeah, like seriously, shout out to you. We got to do this again though.
Oh,
real.
we will. We absolutely will. Real quick before we get up out of here, rapid fire. Favorite basketball
Not
team.
so rapid. What's up?
Basketball team. Favorite.
Favorite?
Yeah.
Detroit Pistons.
Come on, dog. See, we got to end the stream. I got
Bad boys Pistons, dog. What you know about that?
All right, so
Had to go through us to get Michael those 3 rings.
Oh, we did though. We got him though. We got him.
You did get them.
Lions.
You did.
Lions.
Love the Lions. I was out on the Lions for a while. I am very jealous of your Bears though, because you got our brain and Ben Johnson is.
We doing our thing.
I have a buddy of mine. His name's Brendan. He works at ESPN Radio in Chicago. And I remember when y'all signed Ben Johnson.
Yeah.
I said to him, because I used to do sports radio, and then I quickly realized I can't do sports radio and watch sports and care, like, because then it becomes my job, right? I just want to watch sports. I just want to watch a game and not have a hot take about it. You know?
Yeah.
So, and I respect the hell out of Brendan for doing the things that he does. But I sent him a text and I was like, explain it to me like I'm 5. Why can't I just hand Ben Johnson $50 million and give Dan Campbell $55 million? And then both of them can stay together forever because I don't want to lose my brain to Chicago.
And it's starting to finally click over here. So thank you. I'll say thank you. Last one. Top 5 if you can, or if you can. Do you have a top 5?
Of rappers?
Yeah, top 5.
Okay, yeah.
Real
I've
quick.
been waiting for somebody to ask.
All right, let's go. Top 5.
Okay. Top 5. It goes a little something. Can I give honorable mentions?
Yeah, of course. It's your show.
Okay. So I've got Jay-Z.
Okay.
Tupac. Kendrick Lamar.
Okay.
Eminem.
Okay.
And man.
Who's 5?
Jay-Z, Tupac, Kendrick Lamar, Eminem. And then I'm going to go Nas.
Okay.
Those are my 5.
That's not a bad 5.
That's not a bad 5. Obviously, Kendrick, if the Poetic Justice, and those 5 in any order.
Right?
I'm not one of those people who like argue the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Those 5 in any order because their catalog speaks for themselves. Honorable mentions go to Andre 3000.
I was about to say, if I don't get an Andre 3000 out of you, man.
3K is insane.
Okay.
Honorable mentions go to Andre 3000. And if we're splitting hairs, I would say Lil Wayne. Lil Wayne had a run,
bro,
where
OG Wayne, bro,
you cannot ignore the body of work that man put out.
No. Lighter flicks don't even. I hear other rappers doing lighter flicks, and I go, stop. Just relax. Don't lighter flick if you're not going to do what he did to the track, period.
And see, that's the way I look at. I love these conversations because, like, you can take those 7 or those 6 of those 7 and interchange them any which way, and I wouldn't be mad at someone.
No, I wouldn't either.
I really wouldn't.
And I get it. And I think you saved me though, because every artist you mentioned, that would be my list in a different order. J. Cole, I want like he's got to be in my 10 though. Like if I got to go 10, Cole's got to be in my 10.
Okay, you want to hear my hot take about Cole?
Oh, go ahead. I got to hear your hot take about Cole.
Okay, here's
look.
The
They say Biggie.
Okay. As much as I love J. Cole, and I do, I don't make it. I love that man's music.
Yeah, I do too.
In good conscience, I can't put him in my top 10.
Okay.
For the way that he moved during everything,
bro. That's it. That's why I say
he can be 11.
Okay,
he can be 11.
All right,
but he can't.
Be 10.
He can't get into 10.
I'm with you.
That's my hot take.
I'm good with you on that. All right, chat. That's gonna do it for us, man. Make sure you guys hit the like button, share the video if you can. Make sure you guys go over to Anthony's channel. It is pinned at the top. Go ahead and give him a sub if you guys don't mind. Go watch some of his videos, man. He does really great work. And of course, we're probably gonna be seeing a little bit more of him on the channel too, man. You know, we're gonna be reacting to some videos, and then we're gonna try to get him and Dez on here. Maybe have a larger conversation. Maybe have a couple of other people on here too. If you're
I would love that.
Okay, you good? Okay,
I would love that.
Bet. But all right, man. We will see you guys in the next one. Y'all have a great rest of your day. I'm out. Peace.
Later.